take some time to praise God and just thank Him for His sovereignty and provision. As some of you guys know, 4 months ago I tore my MCL during jiu-jitsu practice, and honestly, it was just a really unlucky, unfortunate accident. Um, Not trying to scare anyone away from jiu-jitsu. I think it's a great sport. I love this sport. I honestly think that everyone should do jiu-jitsu, or at least give it a try. Um, I know this isn't like a great ad for jiu-jitsu, but trust me, it's a great sport. But yeah, for like 2 months after my injury, I was really, really worried about whether I'd be able to train again, be able to run, be able to work out at the same level that I used to. And I would say on the outside, I think my friends and people around me would say that I dealt with it pretty, I wouldn't say stoically, but I was pretty practical about it, from what they could tell. But man, like on the inside, and as I disclosed to some of my closer friends, I was I was so worried, like looking back, obviously being way too paranoid and over anxious about it, but like I was thinking to myself, like my career's over, can never do jiu-jitsu, won't be able to run ever again, won't be able to work out. Like even NBA players, when they tear their knee ligaments, like they have the best PT people in the world, and they never fully recover. So like that was like the energy and like the thoughts swimming in my head. Um, but yeah, like for like a month, every morning, first thing I would do would be to compare my two knees, um, and I'd just be super discouraged at the muscle atrophy in my left leg, and that was how I started my day. Like super sad, like depresso. Um, every time, like I got like a sharp pain or like a jolt of pain or discomfort, it's like a reminder, like, hey, your knee's busted, and that was just like really disheartening at the time. And honestly, like this is like kind of sad, but like now, from since ever being injured, every time I look at reels of like sports, like I'm not even looking at the highlight anymore. I'm just looking at like the toll on people's knees. Like that's just like the one thing I fixate on now. So that's been like a, I don't know if that's PTSD, but like just something I do now. But yeah, like 4 months ago, I was um, just praying for God to heal my knee to be able to allow me to walk properly and walk normally again. And like, because I was on crutches for like 2 weeks, and by God's great design and just making the human body capable of restoring your muscle and restoring your ligaments, I was able to walk. And I want to say a month after that, I was praying to God, like, hey, let me be able to like cycle at least, or jog, or just work out so I can start growing some muscle back. And I was just super worried at the time. And lo and behold, God granted that as well. Started being able to cycle, started being able to jog a little bit, working out, just little by little, like just getting better and better. And then I would say like a month after that, I was wondering like if I should cancel my marathon in January, because I'm like, hey, there's no way I'd be able to run long distances. At the time when I was jogging, like every time I had to run, either my knee or my foot or my hip would hurt in my left leg. So I was like, man, I won't be able to do long distance running, at least for like the foreseeable future. So that was what I was praying about, like 3 months after being injured. And just last week, I ran a half marathon on Thanksgiving morning. Just, I wouldn't say for fun, but like for training, like on a whim. And I've been able to like run 10K since, and it's just like, dang, just seeing the point of when I was just super I can't wait to be back on the mats, but I'm so worried about actually training. So I'm praying to God about healing my knee enough to do it, to do jiu-jitsu again. And I went to jiu-jitsu for the first time in 4 months, since October 1st. No, since August 1st. And today is December 8th. So for that time span, 0 jiu-jitsu, despite however much I really wanted to go. And like on the drive there, I'm just thinking about like, man, like all my friends are improving. I'm gonna be so rusty. Like all these white belts are gonna submit me. I'm just like super insecure about this, right? And spoiler alert, I was incredibly rusty. Like my hands would instinctively get the right grips, but like there was just like a brain gap, like latency, and I just wouldn't know what to do next. Man, it was like really rough. Like there were some positions where like my muscle memory was able to keep me afloat. But yeah, there were like so many moments where I was like, oh, what do I do from here again? Um, but like just the fact that I was able to go and drill and even spar at the end and actually worry about attacking and defending and submissions and positions instead of like whether my knee was gonna buckle and just blow out again, is a blessing in of itself. And I loved it. Loved being back on the mats. And just taking the time now to recognize like, dang, God has always been at every step of the way and has consistently just been like granting my prayers, just healing my knee just throughout this entire time. And I think just because of time, like we tend to forget of maybe like God's power, but also like forget our own prayers. Just given the time that, or given the pace that God works at, because it maybe we think He doesn't match our pace, and then we just kind of like forget about it. But I was looking through my phone for like 2 months. I was keeping track of my healing, like my knee healing progress on ChatGPT. I was like low-key like delusional, like asking it like, okay, like the day after, the day it happened when I got home, I'm like telling ChatGPT like the movements of what happened and like the pain I was feeling. I was like, hey, is this like an MCL tear or is it just like a sprain? Something like insignificant. I'm just like trying to gaslight ChatGPT to tell me. Well, I was trying to gaslight ChatGPT to gaslight me that it wasn't something serious. But yeah, like for 2 months, I was like telling ChatGPT like, hey, today I walked this many miles. I can move my knee this many degrees. I'm able to put this much weight on it now. Just like keeping up with progress, and I'm consistently asking like, hey, when could I be able to walk again? When can I be able to jog? When should I be able to cycle? When should I be able to run? When do you think it's healed enough to be able to like do jiu-jitsu? And I just see myself constantly making prompts about the next like state of healing, the next progress line, right? And I don't think at any point during this time I'm like recognizing the fact that I'm able to ask these next step questions, that I must have healed enough to be able to get to that first step, the next step, and that step after that. So just realizing like during that time, like I just kind of got caught up with progressing to the next healing point, the next checkpoint, instead of sitting down reflecting at each point and thanking God for just being there and being sovereign and being like provisional in all of this. So maybe that's like kind of like what I'm doing now, like paying my gratitude debt. No, I'm joking, but like knows a lot about suffering. This is from Job, chapter 42, verse 2. I know that you can do all things, and that no purpose of yours can be thwarted. So, hope that could be used as a word of encouragement. God is in control. God can do everything, and there is nothing that can stop His purpose and His will. So, everyone, be faithful to God. Recognize just how powerful our God is. There's actually a great sermon on that from, I think it's TJ or NJ Johnson. Let me check. Yeah, NR Johnson. And it's on Spotify from Bravehearted Voices. It's called Is Your God Too Small? And it just gives you scope of just how great and how powerful our God truly is. So, thanks for listening. I was about to say I'll see you